I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Dan Dwyer. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm doing well, thank you.
You're welcome. It's a great pleasure to connect with you. Dan, please tell us which part of the world are you in right now?
I am in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Oh, there we go. And which of your
Rocky Mountains?
And there we go. And which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
Perhaps divine intervention. I don't know. I'm a serial networker, and I'm an advocate for veteran and military spouse entrepreneurs. So I think that we met through LinkedIn.
Yeah, there we go. You know, DI is better than AI, wouldn't you say, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Divine, love it. So who did you learn that skill of helping others through entrepreneurship?
Too many people to single just one. Like leadership, I believe that learning to network can be accomplished by observing people in their natural habitat, their mannerisms, their semblance, their communications, and identify those things that you want to copy or emulate and those things you certainly don't.
Deep guy. Is it D for Dan or D for deep?
Sometimes I'm in deep trouble.
All right. So we could definitely come full circle to the value of listening, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So who did you learn that from? That skill of listening?
A lot of it's just by doing. You know, there's a difference between listening and hearing. And I believe to be really effective as an individual, as a leader of people, and as a follower, you have to be an active listener. Much like water makes a plant grow, interacting with people has and always will contribute to my personal and professional growth.
Yeah, it's like the power of a conversation. It's one of the things I jumped in here with the belief of, right, that the power of a conversation will transform you. And I've definitely been transformed by the conversations I've had, just like I'm having with you today, Dan. Please tell us about Vet2BizLife.
So Vet2BizLife is dedicated to the boots to business advancement of veteran entrepreneurs. In the case of the veteran entrepreneur, I'm all about sharing their stories, their experiences, their successes and challenges, all to improve the personal and business lives of others. And the services that I provide are coaching, consulting. I write and I speak often about veteran entrepreneurs. And I also have a podcast in which I interview them and share their stories, as I've indicated.
Yeah. Why will you continue to repeat this skill, Dan?
I think it's important. I think everybody has their own stories. In the case of the veteran entrepreneur, I will never question her energy, drive, and initiative. But unless you had a very unique job in the military, the business acumen's not always there. So that's what I focus on, developing their leadership and their business acumen.
That's intriguing. Where's the best place for us to go to find out more of what you do, Dan?
Yeah, you can find me at dan@vet2bizlife.com is my email address, or you can simply go to my website, which is vet2bizlife.com.
Yeah, and again, Vet2Biz, vet and the number 2, then BIZ, life, right? Did I do that
That's
correctly?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Oh, there we go. Well, Dan, tell us one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
Well, whenever you see a pair of headphones in my ears, the brand that I use today are the AirPods, but I'm normally listening to something that is personal development related. I do this each morning in the gym when I'm mowing the yard or when I'm traveling, in the form of either a podcast or an Audible book.
How does that make you feel?
Well, I love music, and I believe that you should have a balance of both in your life, but to close gaps personally and professionally in my life, I'm a Gen Xer who is absolutely fascinated by the tools that we provided to millennials and today's Gen Z. So I have to develop to keep pace, and that's how I do. That's the technique that I found is most effective.
Yeah,
personal development.
Definitely. Yeah. So let's say you're doing personal development via audiobooks and podcasts, right?
That's right.
When do you do music until you're tired and then do personal dev, or do you do personal dev and then get tired and then go to music?
I find myself going to personal development more than music. I go to music when I don't want to think.
Yeah.
when I really just want to decompress and enjoy art.
Yeah.
or the arts.
Yeah. So why would you suggest to someone that's listening out there, someone that may be in that same exact position that you're in, or that they dive into personal development and use the technology as wisely as possible?
Yeah, well, I believe learning is lifelong. The moment you feel that you're omniscient, you become the greatest obstacle in your life, and in some cases, the lives of others. So I think we should always strive to develop both ourselves and others.
Amazing audience, you're hearing it live here from Dan Dwyer. Again, he is the podcast host and of Vet2BizLife. You could definitely connect with him at vet2bizlife.com. Dan, let's switch gears for a moment and let me now invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Dan, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Yeah, my earliest childhood memory is the passing of my mother, who adopted me and my twin brother at birth.
How old do you think you were?
I was 4 years old.
Why do you think this memory is so clear? And how do you see it connecting to who you are today?
Yeah. Life-changing events, I believe, are always so much more clear. And clearly that was a life-changing event for both my brother and I.
Yeah. Wow. Speaks to the deepness of who Dan is, right?
Yeah, I think so.
If we fast forward to when you were 12, Dan, what was your favorite song?
So when I was 12 years old, it was the year of 1977, and Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac. It was probably my favorite song. It gave me permission.
Yeah. Amazing how it connects, right?
That's right.
Wow, go your own way. Well, Dan definitely went his own way, right? But he's now helping others understand that they too can go their own way, right?
Absolutely.
Well done, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there is a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Dan?
Absolutely.
Dan, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
I certainly have. Yes, my two legacies in life are my two sons, Gavin and Grant. I also explored opportunities to pass my skills on to veteran entrepreneurs.
Are you married?
Yes, to Michelle for 26 years now.
Wow, 26 years. Congratulations. Wow, Michelle, congratulations to you as well.
Thank you.
Well, Dan, tell us a secret, please.
Listening and obeying.
I like the obeying part. If Dan is telling you to obey, you better believe you should obey. For those out there who are married, right?
Yeah, throw in a little wine and chocolate every now and then too.
It helps, right? Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
Only on weekends, normally sports and news related, to decompress and be social.
And what about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
I'd say yes, more than 8, if not very close, unless traveling on business.
Dan, after 1,001 conversations in 3 months in 2016, I came up with a workbook. The name of it is called Yours. It stands for Your Own Unique Real Self. And the idea is you answer questions similar to these to uncover your own unique real statement, which I believe is very important in life. If you, Dan, had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Dan Dwyer, what would you say that is?
Dan Dwyer is a father first, a husband first, a friend first. He's personally dedicated to the Boots to Business advancement of veteran entrepreneurs. In the case of this unique group, he's all about reversing the trend of 9 out of 10 startups failing. And he believes that through powerful conversations, his coaching, speaking, writing, and podcasting, he can share the stories, experiences, successes, and challenges, all to improve the personal and business lives of others.
Love it. Now, tell me whose life in the background there you're changing. What's the name of your dog?
He's a small Yorkie poo, but his name is Tank.
I would not believe that. He sounds as though he's like 40 pounds.
Yeah. I'm very sorry about that.
I think it gave the conversation character. Is it okay if I leave that there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, Dan, it's been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Yes. In 2018, I'm launching leaderebooks.com, where leaders of today and tomorrow will go to develop. I'm a firm believer that digital leaders are digital readers, and for the price of a cup of coffee or more in the same time that it takes to consume that cup of coffee, you'll soon be able to quickly download material on specific leadership topics that challenge you and go make a difference in your workplace. I'm convinced some of today's best leaders are too busy being successful to write War and Peace. The book market is saturated, and this provides another place where they can grow and shape leaders as well as increase their client, consumer, or customer experience. So leaderebooks.com, look forward to it. And contribute as either an author or a reader.
Love it. Leaderebooks.com. Sounds great. Look forward to that. Dan, this has been a great pleasure. You're welcome. This has been a great pleasure, champion. Thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Yep. God bless.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mounting pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.